Spang finished at 6,150 trophies last season using the double hero charge, and today I'm going to show you how to use it and prove that it may be easier to use than you think. Here is a double Invis base to begin with, so we're going to start with a Yeti bomb, because Spang wants to warden charge from the top side of the base, but we can't deal with the CC and the single at the same time. It's tough doing that with the Queen charge. It's impossible with a warden charge, because he doesn't kill the defensive CC troops as quickly. So we pull the CC, also deal with the single Inferno, and we actually take a lot of health off these defensive ice golems. Now we're going to warden walk or warden charge from the top side, and this army, rather than bringing super barbs, you're going to see Spang bring the rocket balloons, and you're going to see why they're so effective throughout the video. Now, the plan is here for the warden to go into that town hall and use the fireball there. So we've got a funnel with our king. Now, different to queen charges, when you're doing queen charges, you're going to funnel at the last second with your king. So the king and queen both tank for each other, but we can't afford the warden to follow the king. So we're funneling super early. You see another couple of rocket balloons on the bottom to send the king in. We freeze once on the monolith for our warden because it's doing a lot of damage. And what Spang does here is amazing. In fact, we're going to slow it down to half speed. So the warden hits the monolith. Invis tower is going to go off. So you're going to see the Invis towers like that. Then we put an Invis on our warden because our warden is taking a lot of damage. And then have a look at this in any second now. Come on, Spang. Don't let me down. We put the second Invis down. Then we get the warden to target the center. Double quake. Other Invis tower goes down, and that is so wrecked. Now, I don't know why he didn't pop the warden earlier. I think he could have after the first Invis went off, but you can see why he brings multiple Invis in this army to help with the pathing of the fireball, because unlike the other fireball armies you've seen, whether it be Super Witches or my Zap fireball army, this army is all about the warden charge. So bringing multiple Invis spells to maximize the fireball is the key to everything. So the warden's taking out the core, and essentially once you feel comfortable that you can take your eyes off the warden, start your queen charge from wherever you want. So Spang's going to start on the right-hand side here. The only important thing is start your queen charge far enough away from the warden that your warden is not going to go to the queen, and you're still taking down two different parts of the base. And you can see the queen charge is going fine here, and you're going to see consistently through the day, he's starting the queen charge with about a minute 10 left in the attack. Now that might be a minute 30 total time available, but still, you don't have to start the queen charge super early. Wait for a nice funnel to be set and then go from there, and then we can use the rocket balloons on the back end with the royal champion. So the rocket balloons are primarily used to help the warden charge or help funnel your king, queen, and if not, then use them on the back end. They're always going to be handy on the back end. They're not like the super bubs and where they need the wall breakers. You're always going to get value for them on the back end. This double Invis base got wrecked. Let's go to some more generic ring bases though. Now, admittedly, the last attack was a little bit technical. Obviously, when you get those double Invis bases, you have to do really complicated things in order to make sure that you don't get a 1-star. But hopefully this attack here is a bit more simple, and maybe it sells you on this attack strategy. So we're starting off with the king. So the king with this army is generally going to be used to funnel the warden, but you can also use him to funnel the queen, or if you don't need him to funnel anything, just use him on the back end of the base. And if you have the chance to do that, the base doesn't really have a chance. So warden charge from the top side, and with this army, you gotta pick where you're fireballing. What value do you want with the fireball? And here, Spang wants to get this entire eagle compartment, because if you can get all of that with the fireball, well, really, the base has no chance after that. Now, worth noting with this army that we have 2 earthquake spells that you see here. So Spang does have a level 26 fireball. Now, if you have a level 27, I believe you only need 1 earthquake for everything except the eagle artillery. As you see, the Invis come in here, the double quake, pops it, doesn't quite get it to go where he wanted, so he doesn't get the multi down, but that's still insane value. But as I was saying, if you have a level 27 fireball, then everything goes down to 1 quake except the eagle. But yeah, level 26 here, I'm bringing 2 earthquake spells. So even if you upgrade the fireball, still probably going to want to bring the 2 earthquake anyway. So you don't need to worry about that as much. Now, I love what he does here. So the Warden is chilling on the top side of the base. There's no DPS in that area. So now we start our Queen charge, and we're going to Yeti Bomb. There was no Flame Flinger value. I recommend the Flame Flinger if you can find any value, but if there's no value, come in with the Yeti Bomb, like you see Spang here, pull the CC yet again, and now the Queen charge is so easy because you are doing 2 charges with this, so you might feel like you're short on rage spells, and you are a little bit because you've got the 2 Invis and the 2 Earthquake, but if you're doing things with your Siege Machine that reduces the need for spells, then you're going to be fine. Now we have the RC on the right-hand side, and her job's to clear the back end of the base. Surprise, surprise. We've got a couple of rocket balloons left over. We use them with the rage spell. I mean, look at the value the rocket balloons get. So nice deal with all of those defenses. Queen ability goes off, and whilst this army looks incredibly difficult, the toughest part of this is figuring out the plan. But the plan is just, where's their fireball value good? We're going to get our Warden there. It's not a very technical army. The Queen charge in this attack was super simple. The Warden charge is super simple. You just watch him and then hit his ability at some point. I think this is a really achievable strategy for all of you at home, and I can't recommend enough that you upgrade the Fireball. Right here, you're going to see another great use case for the rocket balloons, because you can see here the multi-mortar does lock on to the flame flinger, so we're going to put those rocket balloons down, and we only take 1 hit. But yeah, not great there from Spang, given that he's got, I think, 3 barbs and 4 archers to tank for the flame flinger. Not great when you have to use some rocket balloons, but he does have, I believe, 11 of them in this army comp. But as we were talking about at the end of the last battle, in terms of fireball strategies, the Super Witch attack strategy is probably the easiest one. You can also use Root Riders on the back end if you want, but like those fireball into mass Root Rider or mass Super Witch, probably the strongest, but I do, or probably the easiest, sorry. But I really like this because I don't know how a base can stop this unless you completely mess up your Warden charge or your Queen gets 0 value. I don't see what the base can do, and what he does right here is amazing. I mean, look at that. Uses the Invis to redirect his Warden, then uses the second Invis to yet again kind of redirect his Warden to target the Monolith, but also to keep the Warden alive. And we cleared out most of the core of the base, most importantly the CC. Now, you do notice he is bringing the poison spell with this army, because we've seen he's not always going for the CC with the fireball. You do need to be a little bit flexible, as we see one rocket balloon pull 1,000,000 air traps, but not all of them, unfortunately. You do need to be a little bit flexible. Don't always go for the CC, but if you get it, even better. And look at this, 1 minute left in the attack. We have started our Queen. Now, one thing that's worth noting with this attack strategy that I haven't even talked about yet is the pets. We're running the Diggy on the Queen, and we're running the Unicorn on the Warden. We need that extra healing for the Warden. The Queen doesn't need it as much. Yes, I believe the Queen has 5 healers on her and the Warden 4. I should check this. We'll check it at the start of the next battle, because I know he's bringing 9 healers with this. So he's putting 4 on one charge and 5 on the other. I believe he's putting 4 on the Warden, then the Unicorn, and then 5 on the Queen. Because the Queen doesn't have the benefit of the raged healers, obviously, whereas the Warden gets the raged healers and the raged Unicorn. Now we're coming with the RC into the core of the base. I mean, the RC just cleans up whatever can't be left to be taken down by your troops. You'll see the King this time was used at the end of the battle, because there was no need for him to funnel for the Warden or the Queen charge, so just use him to completely neutralize 2 compartments. We spammed the rocket balloons in to finish, and this base got wrecked. I really wanted to show you this attack because I know Spang won't love me showing this in the replay, but this attack does not go to plan and still gets the 3-star. So you see the rocket balloons coming in so handy, removing the flanking archer towers here, because I think the fireball is pretty obvious on this base. We're going to go for the Monolith, because if you get the Monolith, well, yeah, there's not a lot of base left after that, is there? So we use the Invis just to make sure of it, and we get all of that. Like, look at that value. That is so worth it. We still haven't even used a rage spell on our Warden. No need, because he's got the rage, I nearly said the rage gem. Is that what it is? The rage gem, yes. I get the rage vial and the rage gem confused. He's got the rage gem, and we are killing it at the start of this. Now we're going to do the Queen walk on the left side, because we got a really nice funnel there, and the Queen's going to behave rather predictably, which is always nice. And that's what you kind of want to do with your Queen charge. You either want to get value instantly, so that would be charging the Eagle here, or you want to use the natural funnel made by the Fireball. Now, I don't know why it does this. I don't know why the log launcher here, because he wants the log launcher to damage and take the town hall down. I don't think this is the best way to do it, but an interesting way for you all at home. Now, one thing you have to know with this army is generally when you put your queen charge down, so you've already got the warden charge down, when you put the queen charge down, the eagle artillery will activate. So you do need to be really careful of that. So he does a good job of getting the king down, because the king will 9 times out of 10 tank the eagle artillery. But look at this. On the top side, he lets the warden die. A little too much happening at a time here. So he does make a really bad mistake, because you really can't afford the warden to die. You've got all the spells, and the rage gem is more valuable the longer it's alive, right? So you want to get the maximum value out of the rage gem. So we do get the queen charge into the core here. We have not used the queen ability, but in this attack, I think you'll see, 1, you can make mistakes with the warden and still get the triple, but 2, the problems with leaving the eagle up longer than not. Now, the eagle isn't the reason the queen died through it. The warden died here because the eagle was locked onto the king. But it's something worth noting. It is an extra complication. But yeah, now that the eagle is, it's not really doing a lot. And despite the fact that the warden dies so early and the town hall kill was dicey at best, this isn't even close. This is not even close. We're sitting on a rage spell. We've got an RC. We've got a queen chilling. Crushed. And that right there is why I love this attack strategy, because you can make so many mistakes with the fireball, but the fireball in of itself is so powerful. The rage gem with the healers is so powerful. This army is made for success. I think this attack right here might be my favorite of the video, I guess, except for the double invis at the start, because dealing with the double invis is really cool with the fireball, because you let the first invis go off, then pop that fireball ability to get further into the core. But this one's so nice, because you're going to see really the power of the fireball. So we use the rocket balloons on the flank to get rid of that mortar, so that this fireball goes straight to the core, and ooh, monolith, CC. What else is there? A scatter. Insane value, but also look at this. We've left a path towards the town hall, and because we use the rocket balloons on the right-hand side, yet again, why the rocket balloons are so nice, the warden is going to go straight in. Now, generally when it comes to warden charging, even warden walking, if the base is symmetrical, always warden walk on the royal champion side. Because of this, the warden 9 times out of 10, I would say, is going to outrange the royal champion. You see right here, you see what can happen. But generally, he will outrange the royal champion, whereas it only happens 2 or 3 times out of 10 versus the queen. Now, we put the king down. We do immediately activate the eagle, but that's fine. We've got the queen charge on one side, and that's going to come in, get rid of the entire back end. The warden is on a path to the town hall. He's on the path to greatness. And there's really, look, there is a rage tower and a lot of defenses around that, but we're sitting on so many hero abilities here. Unfortunately, the queen, does he go to ability? I think the queen will go to ability in a second. Yeah, just manually pops it, realizes the rage spell isn't enough, but that's fine. We've got the royal champion on the right-hand side, got the warden in the middle, and what's worth noting is we've still got a bunch of spells with this. Still so many spells. I'm so curious. On your screen, let me know down in the comments below. On my screen, all the pictures of the troop icons are really poor quality. They're kind of pixelated. It looks okay on the broadcast for you all though, so hopefully the video looks nice. Hopefully you enjoyed the content in this video. I love this attack strategy. I think it's a really cool one, and it's a great way of exploring warden charges. You have all the spell support in the world for him, and the warden charge crushes Town Hall 16. If you'd like to see my favorite fireball attack strategy that got me to 6,000 trophies, not quite 6,150, but 6,000 trophies, we'll link that video on the left for you. Can't recommend that one enough.